What is going on, everybody? We're here. We're live for Monday evening quarterback. And it's kind of a depressing day. Kind of a depressing Monday evening quarterback. My team looked like shit. Your team got the shit kicked out of them. Lost Cam Scattaboo. It was a rough week for picks as well.
Oh, yeah.
Rough week for picks. I don't know what you're looking at, but through the Thursday game combined with the Sunday games, I am 7-5 going into tonight's game against the Chiefs. What about you?
Let me count. I was wrong against the Dolphins, Falcons. Wrong about the Jets. I got the Patriots right. Wrong against the Giants. I got the Bills right. Bears wrong. 49ers wrong. Bucks right. Cowboys wrong. Colts right. And Steelers wrong. So I'm probably about 500.
That's a rough. I was worried like all these things are losing. I'm like, man, this might be the week that these guys start to pick up the pace. I don't know what Will's looking like. I think Will did get some of those. Like Will picked the fucking Jets. Dude, the fucking Jets.
I guess they were due.
Just when I thought Justin Fields was out of my life forever.
Mm-hmm.
Here he comes. And it's like, I don't even know. I don't understand how they gained 500 yards in that fucking game. Justin Fields passed for like 240. He only rushed for about 30 yards. He was pretty ineffective on the ground, but Breece Hall did go off. He had a big game. They had a couple other big long runs for some of their other guys. They fucking gained 500 yards on the ground and somehow almost put up 40 points against the Bengals. Which, yeah, the Bengals defense is the Bengals defense. Sure, whatever. But I think Justin Fields had one touchdown. I think all the rest were either rushing touchdowns or Breece Hall passed for a touchdown as well.
Right.
Late in that game to fucking put that.
What was his name? Mason Taylor. Was that the touchdown to Mason Taylor that Breece Hall threw?
Yeah.
National Tight End Day. Who would have thought that Mason fucking Taylor would have gotten the end zone?
And so now Justin Fields is back in my life again.
And then he had that gay press conference afterwards where he's like, man, if you guys would have seen my week, I was on the floor in my closet just bawling my eyes out. He's like, I thought my life was over. And it's like, okay, you were praying, you know, religious guy, I'm not going to knock you for that. But, why are you telling people afterwards how much of a baby you were being during the week? Because the Jets owner said that you stink.
I hate that Justin Fields is now back because now he's gonna be the starting quarterback. Aaron Glenn finally won a fucking game. They're gonna start him now. He's gonna be shit the rest of the year. But now you got like one game where he threw for 240 yards and one touchdown. That it's gonna be like, we got to roll with this guy next year.
Got to roll with Justin Fields. They're gonna draft the guy. They have to draft a guy.
I mean,
I don't know if this is the year to do it.
Yeah. And fucking Will pick the Jets, of course.
I know.
All his other dumbass picks, he's like, whatever he fucking picked that went wrong, it's not going to matter. He picked the Jets. So that's what he's going to be excited about, which is bullshit. Which is absolute trash. I already see him in the chat talking shit. He says Jets, Jets. And he also said the Will report called for Jets dominance. Jets dominance. They were down 2 scores the entire fucking game. Alex McCarthy for $2. My Packers won. Meta PC code RK Outpost or Beardo.
Thank you, Alex.
Thanks, Alex. JJ Olay for $5. I have Bryce Hall on my fantasy. What happened at the end of yesterday's stream? Feel like it ended earlier than expected.
Yeah.
Would you like to explain yourself, Beardo?
All right. So I went to a friend's house to watch the game. I'm on Sports Wars. I'm on my phone. And then I wanted to go hang out. So once we got to the super chat section of the end of the show, I was like, all right, boys, I'm going to dip. I'm going to go hang out. And I was like, see ya. Let me explain on StreamYard. When you're at your computer, at the very bottom of the screen, there's a red button that says leave studio. The end stream is in the very top, and it very clearly says end stream. On the phone, when you're on mobile, it's the same button that says leave studio, and I clicked on it, and it said stream ended. That button on mobile is the end stream button. There is no leave studio button. I guess you just have to close your browser on your phone.
That's what I would advise doing next time.
So, well, who knows? I mean, what? That's like maybe the second time all time that I've ever been mobile on my phone. So who knows when the next time is? But yes, yesterday I went to go leave the stream, and I'm like, I'm gonna leave studio, and I clicked end stream on my phone, and I felt like a royal fucking piece of shit afterwards. I immediately texted and called Ryan. I'm like, dude, I am so sorry. End of the stream. And you know what Ryan said? Go fuck yourself. You're a loser. I hate you. And then hung up on me. And that was
really
that.
What I said?
No, that's not what you said. You were actually pretty nice about it.
I could tell you felt really fucking bad. You were just, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
So you already felt bad enough. And I was going to roast you on stream a little bit anyway. I felt like that was enough penance. But yes, it did piss me off that I had to create another stream and start another stream. I let Will go too. So we did about an 8-minute stream after that.
How many super chats did you even have? Like 6?
I think I had 7 or something from the last one. Then more came in on the new stream, obviously, mostly shit talking you. So I had to read those ones.
Yeah. Yes. And then I got a phone call from Jeremy. That was fun.
Did you really?
Yeah.
God.
It was an honest mistake, man. It was an honest mistake. But now I know better.
Blue-eyed Scorpio for 199. Broncos versus Chiefs in 3 weeks. No idea what to expect. Hey, Broncos got it done against the Cowboys. I said I thought that they were going to take care of business. They did. I didn't think it was going to be that big of a blowout by the Broncos. The Broncos took it to him, and fucking Ferguson couldn't get in the damn end zone, which, that was rough for me. That was a little bit rough for me. But let's get into the games. Actually, we should talk about a little college football, actually, before we do that, because Brian Kelly got fired yesterday.
He did.
From LSU.
Yep.
$50 million buyout or something like that. A lot of drama that went down in the building of who they may have wanted to fire or keep on coaching staffs and stuff like that. And Brian Kelly, after leaving Notre Dame because he felt like he didn't have a chance to win a national title there, goes to LSU, puts on his fake Southern accent, does all this embarrassing shit to try to get recruits there. And now he's fucking fired while Notre Dame has been to a national title.
Mm-hmm.
Grass is not always greener on the other side of the fence. Maybe the money's green, but I don't know about the grass. What do you think about Brian Kelly getting fired for 3 losses?
Fuck Brian Kelly. Excuse me. Fuck Brian Kelly. Yeah. I think deserved. He should have been fired a long time ago. The seat's been hot there down in Death Valley. So yeah, fuck that guy. And I'm not surprised at all. And now there's a whole bunch of videos on Twitter coming out of that one LSU player that was forced to play through a brain tumor to keep his scholarship, and everyone's like blaming Brian Kelly for it.
Well, and it was like, and he went to the hospital and was like, Brian Kelly I saw how he was doing. And now people are bringing up the shit from Notre Dame from 15 years ago when that kid died filming practice. Do you remember that?
Yeah. I don't remember, because there's one story about Mike Leach. Which one locked the kid in the fucking equipment
That's Mike
shed?
Leach.
That was Mike Leach. Okay.
Oh,
there is a story about Brian Kelly at Notre Dame where he killed a kid as well.
Yes. So in South Bend, Indiana, there was a lot of wind that day. It was like 50-mile-an-hour gusts of wind. And to film their practices, to have stuff and footage to break down, they put up a dude in like one of those big lifts, like one of those big jacked up lifts thing. And the kid was up there filming, just a kid from college who's like, wants to be part of the team, whatever. And he's filming the practice, and that shit like tips over and he fucking dies in the high winds.
Fuck.
Like, I remember that from back in the day, because that shit happened right around where I'm from. So that was huge in the news when that happens. Now people are bringing up, Brian Kelly fucking killed a kid. Brian Kelly, it's a little bit rough for him right now.
Yeah. Yeah. He's a scumbag.
I'll never forget when he went down to fucking LSU because it was shocking when he left Notre Dame, honestly.
Right.
It was a big stunner when he left Notre Dame, and he goes down, and the next day he's in an LSU basketball game, and he's like, I'm here in the great state of Louisiana, and me and my wife, we sure are proud to be from Louisiana State University. And it's like, who is this foghorn leghorn motherfucker who grew up in the Midwest? Like, what is this bullshit?
Yeah, he was code switching on him. He He pulled a Kamala Harris. And then that weird freaking photo op the photo op where they have the players on like this like elevated like surface and they're doing like team pictures and he's standing behind them dancing, doing like dance moves like this. And it's just really cringe.
Anything to get recruits. So this is the one I'm talking about.
Thank you. Thank you. Well, this is a great way to get started. And I haven't even won all my games yet. It's a great night to be a Tiger. I'm here with my family.
I'm here with my
the great state of Louisiana, but more importantly.
And like, just keep in mind, before this, he's like, yeah, we didn't play Notre Dame football. We didn't play football like we should have. We didn't play the tough-nosed football. We just didn't get it done today. That's how he spoke before this moment in time.
Mm-hmm.
And he goes down there, I'm here with my family. We're going to get some crawdads, and we're going to go on down to the creek by the river. We're just good folk from Louisiana. We live in trailers just like y'all. It was so
We're going to go
stupid.
fishing for crawfish. We're going to make some shrimp gumbo. We're going to win some
Jambalaya.
titles down here.
Some jambalaya down here. God. But yeah, he's gone now. So now you've got Penn State is open. You've got LSU open. Auburn is going to be open too, probably, right?
I texted Will yesterday about Brian Kelly. He said he thinks he's going to wind up with the Gators, Florida.
Florida is open. That's 100% true. You think, but what do you think is the most, like LSU is probably the biggest job out there. But you think Florida is a bigger job than Penn State right now?
Penn State's a better team. Penn State has the higher ceiling, so if you want to go to a team that's ready to win now, I think Penn State's more attractive. But it just all depends on that dollar sign, man. Who's gonna pay up? And maybe Brian Kelly's like, well, I'm getting a huge payday from LSU still, so maybe I don't need this huge contract from a school. I'll just go and try to win, pad up that resume. So I think Penn State or Florida probably makes the most sense for Brian Kelly.
Yeah, look, Florida has a fucking rich history, no doubt. I'm sure they're going to have a ton of money. But then when you look at, there's a lot of things to consider. Where do you want to, like, that's a better recruiting talent base, like locally, but obviously recruiting's different now with fucking NIL money and all this shit. I think Penn State's going to offer a fuck ton of money. You don't have the same necessarily SEC gauntlet that people think about, but obviously Big Ten competition's a lot too. So I don't know.
And who do you think fills his spot at LSU?
I have no fucking James Franklin. I don't know.
James Franklin. Could you see Matt Rule jumping ship from Nebraska going down to LSU?
Do you think Matt Rule would get offered that job?
Matt Rule is one of the best college football coaches out there right now.
What if Nick Saban decides to go back home to Louisiana? He's not. I don't think he's coming out of retirement for anybody.
I don't think he would. I don't think Nick Saban would go to LSU because all the goodwill that he has in Alabama, if he went to LSU, he'd be public enemy number one.
Yeah. I don't know.
Lincoln Riley. Yeah. If Lincoln Riley gets fired from USC, which he should, I could see Lincoln Riley going down to LSU.
Who wants Lincoln Riley?
I don't. That's why I hope they fucking fire his ass.
All right, but that's college. So big news from college sports, him getting fired. Let's talk about the NFL games. Let's unfortunately talk about the NFL games. And we'll start with this one. The Bears against the Lamar Jackson-less Ravens get fucking annihilated.
Yeah.
Get fucking annihilated. Now, one of the things I was worried about in this game was the Bears defense with the DBs. And it's not like Tyler Huntley fucking threw it all around the park or anything. He threw some when he had to. He ran a lot, obviously. Not having the corners hurt them because I don't think they should have been able to move the ball this well. Bears didn't force any turnovers. They've been living off turnovers. A defense that allows people to move the ball, but living off turnovers didn't happen. The Bears, when they had opportunities down in the red zone, 2 in the very first quarter, drive right down the field, can't punch the ball in the end zone. Bears, again, with fucking penalties, just killing them. And Caleb Williams played shitty. He played shitty. Really no two ways around it. Your man, Derrick Henry, who's fallen off, got 2 touchdowns yesterday.
They played well.
Played pretty well. But I mean, Tyler Huntley was 17 for fucking 22. And that is
Consistent.
fucking unacceptable for Snoop Huntley to be 17 for 22.
Snoop.
Tyler Snoop Huntley. I want to go to penalties. I believe the Bears have had fucking 10 penalties every fucking game. I think they had double-digit penalties in this game. I haven't looked yet. 11 penalties for 79 yards. Yeah, and a lot of them were at inopportune times. This is an embarrassing fucking defeat, and they couldn't punch the ball in at the very end, which could have technically kept the game alive, but they would have needed a onside kick with no fucking timeouts. Probably wasn't going to happen, but they couldn't even punch the ball into the fucking end zone. Just an all-around fucking embarrassing performance for the Chicago Bears, coming off 4 straight victories. The Ravens, a desperate team, certainly. A team that did get a couple people back on defense, including Roquan Smith, who Roquan Smith really helped out that defense that had been struggling. But it's unacceptable to have the opportunity to face the Ravens without Lamar Jackson. And that's the type of energy and performance that you give. They are going into the Bengals and then the Giants the next 2 weeks. Those are must-win games at this point for the Bears with the rest of their fucking schedule. But I don't know. How much did you catch of the game?
So I was watching. Unfortunately, we didn't have Red Zone on when I was watching the Giants-Eagles game. So I missed nearly all of the morning games except for the Giants game. I mean, I got caught up a little bit in some commercial breaks and stuff. But I saw that Derrick Henry had a fucking great day. So, but I mean, 21 carries for 71 yards. He should get 71 yards on 21 fucking carries. But yeah, 2 touchdowns. This is one I was not expecting. But the change from Cooper Rush, who they're paying a lot of money to be their backup there. I'm not sure how many years, if this is a 1 year or 2 year. But putting Tyler Huntley in there, who's familiar with the system, who's played well there when Lamar Jackson's out. The offense can, operate at the same speed and style with Lamar Jackson out, with Tyler Huntley in there. So I guess we should have seen this coming because of, history with him running the team or running the offense, rather. But I was surprised with the score of this game, for sure.
I think he does fit the offense better. This offense is predicated on the threat of Lamar Jackson also running when it comes to Derrick Henry, when it comes to what they're doing. And I do think that Tyler Huntley gives more of an opportunity to utilize those things, to utilize that offense the way it was kind of built to be ran. But just too many fucking missed opportunities. I think it was probably Ben Johnson's worst offensively called game. They got away from the run at times, especially early on when they probably should not have, when it felt like they had an advantage doing that. Swift, by some point in the third quarter, Swift, who's been going off the past few weeks, only had like fucking 4 carries by midway through the third quarter. So an all in out embarrassing performance, bad quarterback play, defense letting a backup fucking move the ball constantly, and they didn't force a single turnover. After forcing 15 turnovers in the last 4 games, you didn't get a turnover. And that's what this team is thriving on right now, are those turnovers and points off turnovers. They didn't get any. And they didn't take advantage of any opportunities when they had them.
Your 10 in the fourth quarter, was that garbage time, kind of when the game was already out of reach, out of control?
They were down. I think they were down by 10. So I think that they were down by 10 when they scored the touchdown to make it 3. And then I think Baltimore went down and scored a touchdown. So then they were down by 10 again.
Okay.
So I don't remember when the field goal was. But actually to bring it to 3. So fourth quarter, they were down 10 to bring it to 13-16. And then they scored a touchdown. Then they got a field goal. And then Derrick Henry scored another touchdown. So not garbage time fucking points or anything like that.
Okay.
But fucking embarrassing. Fuck the Bears. I love them.
We got Will backstage.
Oh, we do? I didn't even see his ass. What's up, Will?
Oh, glad I missed the Bears game, or the Bears recap. How did a tight end not score in that game? Come on now.
I don't know. Mark Andrews, Colson Loveland, nothing. Nobody who fucking cares.
Likely. He made his comeback.
Yeah. They just let fucking Derrick Henry run them all in. We need to get a cool fucking highlight, I guess, towards the end of the fucking game. Caleb Williams spinning around, running from people, throwing it fucking like crazy, and like falls in the one arm of DJ Moore on the run. I guess
that
that
was
was
a
cool.
sick catch. That was a sick catch.
Little, too late. Unfortunately. Here's a game that, well, first of all, Will, welcome to the show. How are you doing?
Good. How are you guys doing? Sorry, late. Got off work late, but I'm glad to be here. Glad to recap the games. I did pretty good yesterday. I'm feeling pretty good.
How'd you do record-wise?
Did you have the Dolphins too?
No, I didn't have the Dolphins. Let me look it up real quick. Record-wise, I think I missed those two. Oh wait, hold on. The Dolphins. I feel like everyone got the Dolphins wrong. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 1, 2, 3, 9 and 3 if we count Thursday.
Fuck.
That's a pretty good fucking week and a weird week for that. If I was 7-5 last week.
It was a weird 2 weeks in a row, the public, and especially with the big spreads, the public cashed big on their money line parlays and on the spreads and the overs.
And
I think
overs.
Favorites went 9-2 and overs went 9-2 yesterday. Makes me nervous for next week, but we saw this last year. There was like a 6-week stretch where the public just cashed, like all the favorites won. So maybe we're seeing this again.
Well, it's crazy because even with the blowouts, right? Because sometimes you see these blowouts, and you don't get that over, and you had blowouts that were still hitting the over. You know, like Bills 40, Carolina Panthers 9 or whatever. You know what I mean? Shit like that.
Even with the Tampa Bay, all their defensive touchdowns and almost touchdowns and turnovers, that game still somehow went under. That was kind of crazy. We'll get to that, though.
So Angst Kitten says we'll miss the Bears, the Vikings, and the Falcons. Yeah, so it'd be 9-3 right there. Angst Kitten's always like keeping track of shit. She's got a spreadsheet just like Jose Contreras does.
Next time we all line up on the Bears, by the way, I'm switching my pick. Okay.
Well, dude, Ryan even said it yesterday. When I picked the Bears, he goes, now I don't feel good about it.
I did say that.
I don't know how you couldn't have taken them with Lamar being out. I mean, I guess Roquan Smith did come back. That defense did look pretty solid. Caleb had a couple dumb mistakes yesterday. Kind of hurt him, but say la vie, that's football.
Dolphins, Falcons. Speaking of Dolphins, who the fuck saw this shit? Kirk Cousins. Our boy Kirk Cousins doesn't want to play for anybody. Apparently just wants to collect his money and sit on the fucking bench because nobody's going to trade for his ass after this performance.
Right.
The Dolphins decimated Tua with 4 fucking touchdowns. The Dolphins felt like they just won a Super Bowl.
There's some theories floating around about this game.
What are the theories?
With all the gambling investigations going on with the NBA, that Mike McDaniels and Tua were like, fuck, maybe we need to play better. Stop throwing some games because Tua played lights out yesterday.
You know what was something that I didn't consider? I haven't heard anyone talk about this, but I thought about it after the fact. The reason why the Falcons look so bad on offense, you're going from a left-handed quarterback to a right-handed quarterback, which changes. It changes a lot. It does. I know it's still the Dolphins, but that does change a lot for the linemen have to pull instead of stay, or they need to pull and they don't. It confuses things. But I don't know why they had a huge mismatch here with the running game against the Dolphins.
I was going to say, that doesn't explain this.
Yeah, they decided not to run Bijan. It's bad coaching because on third down, every single time it was third and short, they would take Bijan out and put Algier in, and then it's like, well, the Dolphins know what you're going to try to do.
But bro, if I have Tyler Algier, if I have Bijan Robinson, I'm never taking that motherfucker out of the game. I am running him down. I am wearing the tread off that fucking tire because he's a running back in the NFL. He is one of the most electric players on any football field that he is on. There's no reason to take him out in any circumstance unless he's actually fucking tired. If he gets tired, give him a breather, give him a blow. But bro, I'm so sick of seeing Tyler Algier on the fucking field. If I were like a Bijan Robinson fantasy owner, I'd be sick and tired of seeing him at least. He scored that touchdown, didn't he?
To be honest,
Tyler Algier, fucking 6-yard rush in the fourth quarter to bring it to within 24 points.
What are we doing?
God.
I was just pissed because Achane, I had Achane for 40 plus receiving yards. He had 24 at half, didn't get another catch. Rest of the game.
Oof.
Yeah.
They didn't have to throw the ball anymore, you know?
Well, I guess so.
I had 2 different lineups on Prize Picks yesterday that did not hit, unfortunately.
I had one that was looking so good.
Yeah,
I had
dude,
Jamar
that
Chase
hurt.
over receiving yards. I had Greg Kittle getting in the end zone. I had Dallas Goedert getting the end zone. And then I needed Ferguson for Dallas to get in the end zone. I don't know if that motherfucker had a catch in the game.
Yeah, I had George Kittle hit, Dallas Goedert hit, and then I had the gross one, Daniel Bellinger for the Giants. And late in the second half, he went out with a shoulder injury and didn't play another snap afterwards. I was like, well, fuck.
I love how National Tight End Day didn't start until Kittle caught his. Once he caught his, then all the tight ends started catching theirs. It was great.
Hunter
It was
Henry?
looking pretty bleak.
Hunter Henry, he got in.
He did.
Oh, Hunter Henry. Yeah. Yep. He did.
Yeah.
I had, and then I had Goddard for 2+ as well, which was nice.
Yeah.
Now this fucking game, just when I thought I wouldn't have to hear the name Justin Fields ever again, that he would wallow in fucking pity, that he would be out, that everyone would finally give up on him. He has a game where he goes 21 for 32 for 1 touchdown and 240 yards. And all of a sudden, Justin Fields is back, baby. After he got replaced as the starting quarterback and then Tyrod Taylor got injured, Justin Fields leads the New York Jets on a comeback against the Joe Flacco-led Cincinnati Bengals. It makes me sick to my fucking stomach. This team sucks. This team is trash. Fucking Aaron Glenn's a dog shit fucking coach. Nick Mangold died, and I think maybe they rallied over on that. Maybe that's what happened, and it's tragic that Nick Mangold passed away. Longtime fucking New York Jets player. But the Jets somehow came back and won this game. And I don't even know how. I don't know how they accumulated 500 fucking yards in this game.
Yeah.
I don't get it.
23 of them late in the game.
But they outgained the Bengals 500 yards to 400 yards. No real penalties in this game. Not too many penalties and stuff like that. But fuck, man. You called it, Will. You said this would happen.
I knew they were going to win it when that they reviewed that 2-point conversion and they gave it to him. And I go, oh, that was close. I didn't think there was enough to give it to him, but at that point I started to believe. It was looking bleak there for a minute, but yeah, Jets never gave up. Who would have thought the Jets put up 39? Man, gross. Bengals are just that bad.
Gross.
I mean, the Bengals do suck, and when Trey Hendrickson went down, that was kind of a big loss for them as well. Their only guy that can fucking rush the passer, but Justin Fields.
And the Jets have the Browns next week.
And I love how the Jets use analytics, and that's how they won this game because they kept going for 2, and it worked out.
Well, so if you're down 14 in the fourth quarter, I think the rules are like you go for it with the 2-point conversion.
Yep.
Because there's about a 50-50 chance of making it, essentially. That's kind of how the analytics work out. Is it's viewed as about a 50-50 shot whether you can make a 2-point conversion. So when you are down by 14, you go for it. And if you miss it, you go for it the second time, right, to tie it up. But if you get that 50%, you get that advantage, well, shit, all of a sudden, if you score another touchdown, you're winning.
Yep.
And they did that. The Will report came through. Me and Beardo were on the Bengals foolishly. I trusted a 40-year-old quarterback. I was still trust a
Joe
40-year-old
Flacco
quarterback
revenge
over.
game.
What's that?
I was like, Joe Flacco revenge game. This is Bengals all over it.
Why is it Joe Flacco revenge game?
Because he played for the Jets.
For how long?
For
like 2 seasons.
Was it 2 seasons?
2 seasons with the Jets? Was he just a backup?
I think he was with the Jets, went to the Eagles, and then got traded back to the Jets. And then he went to Cleveland. And then he went to Indianapolis, went back to Cleveland, and now he's with Cincinnati. I believe that's how it was broken down.
He was right. He was with the Jets for 3 seasons.
Yeah. He was with the Jets
when he
for
just
a bit.
rode the bench.
And then I think they traded him to the Eagles. Either got traded to the Eagles or signed with the Eagles and then got traded back to the Jets. Something like that.
Interesting.
God damn.
Does it show Philadelphia on there for a little bit? Flacco?
No Philly.
No Philly.
I was due for one, though. Out of all these bad teams I keep picking each week, one was going to come through.
Yeah, well, finally, the Jets are the last team to get a win in the season. Maybe it'll be the last one they fucking get.
Help
So
me in
Justin
Survivor
Fields.
between them and the Dolphins. Hey, if you would have imagine that payout. If you would have parlayed all the AFC teams to win yesterday, you had two massive underdogs and then two big favorites. That would have been a
Billy
juicy
for
one.
one season.
Oh, he was.
Season 2021 to 2022, and then he went back to New York.
Did he not throw a pass? Was he just on the roster?
He was just on the roster. I don't think he played at all.
Yeah, I don't even know if he I don't even know if he was there for it. Maybe he was on the roster before the season. Because I've got 2020 Jets 5 games, 21 Jets 2 games.
If you go to his ESPN bio, it's his career history. Baltimore, Denver, New York, Philly, Cleveland, Indianapolis, Cleveland, Cincinnati.
He was on the Eagles long enough to take a photo in an Eagles jersey without a number on it.
Yep.
I'm looking at the photo right now. That's about how long he was on the Eagles.
Damn. Well, next game, we'll be happy to talk about this. Drake Maye, who I guess we have to start. This is a really weird fucking image, like to look at Drake Maye throwing a football. Look at that shit.
A little awkward.
Here's the ball. But is Drake Maye a fucking MVP candidate right now? Is Drake Maye in the running for MVP of the fucking league with the New England Patriots improving to 6-2 against the granted bad Cleveland Browns?
I mean, I don't really care about the MVP stuff. I don't think he's going to win it or deserves to win it this year. Although what he's doing is crazy, but they also have a super easy schedule. I just love, like I was telling you guys, I was nervous about this game, but then when I saw at halftime we were up 9-7, and that was it. I was like, okay, I like them getting tested in the first half and then battling their way through, and they had a massive second half and pulled away, which was great. Good to see from your young team. And what was more impressive is Drake Maye was getting beat up by Myles Garrett. Myles Garrett, 5 sacks in this game, and yet he still found a way to fight through that. And I mean, they covered the spread. They had a blowout win, and now they're sitting at 6-2. They're looking good.
Yeah,
it's going to be scary.
A lot of people that are still going to be in the running, in the mix when it comes to MVP. I mean, I think you still talk about Baker. You can still talk about Josh Allen will still get talked about because Josh Allen.
And Patrick Mahomes, too.
Patrick Mahomes will still get talked about because it's him. We look at the Colts, and you got Daniel Jones, but really Jonathan Taylor.
He's not going to win it, though. Everyone keeps wanting to bet him.
It's a quarterback award.
He won't win. He won't win MVP. Like he'll win Offensive Player of the Year, or whatever.
CMC didn't win it the last 2 years. I'm sorry, Taylor. He can keep doing what he's doing. He's not going to win it. It's just the history of that award.
Mm-hmm.
But with that being said, Drake Maye is playing just as good as anybody. You look at his completion percentages off the charts. He's top 5 in rushing or in passing yards. He's top 5 in touchdowns. Only thrown 3 picks all season. Dude is playing great for this team. And
he is the third favorite in the betting market. And what's most impressive is he might be the most accurate deep ball thrower in the league, or he's one of them. I mean, when he throws it deep, it's on a dime every single time. It's crazy. It feels good to have a quarterback. The Bears tried to win 5 in a row. They couldn't do it, but the Patriots have now won 5 in a row. At least one of our teams did, Ryan.
Yeah, it's such a relief to me. Such a relief to me that at least one of our teams did. Congratulations. And yeah, Myles Garrett had 5 sacks in this game.
Mm-hmm. He was throwing shit on the sideline, too.
Did they just take him out, or was he mad because of the fucking game was out of hand?
No idea. But I mean, hey, I don't feel sorry for Myles Garrett. You chose this. You chose the $40 million a year.
Mm-hmm.
He took the money. Now, Giants, Eagles. The Eagles get their revenge. Eagles get their revenge against the New York Giants, who beat them just a few weeks ago. But really, the big loss is not just this loss for Beardo and the Giants. It is the loss of Cam Skattebo. Cam Skattebo, nasty fucking injury, out for the season, done. And we did have a couple super chats about that. JJ Olay, maybe if Beardo didn't end the stream, Skattebo wouldn't have broken his ankle.
No, it was the non-fumble fumble on that tush push. That is what injured Cam Scattaboo.
That was BS.
R.I.P. Cam Scattaboo. How you holding up, Beardo? Says SC.
Not a great day.
So how do you feel about the outcome of this game?
Horribly officiated game. It was terrible. There was that Darius Slayton offensive pass interference where both guys were fucking bumping into each other. I think that's better as a non-call. And if you are going to throw a penalty, how do you not throw it for defensive holding on Darius Slayton? That was ridiculous. And also the tush push on fourth down. That was ridiculous as well. That was an absolute fumble. They said that they blew the play dead and that forward progress had been stopped. But when you go back and watch the replay, by the time you hear the whistle, the ball's already out and Kayvon Thibodeau's on top of it. So that was bullshit. And then you can't challenge the play because forward progress was stopped. So then Dable tries to challenge it anyway on when the ball came out. The whole thing was fuckery. But Saquon Barkley starts off the game. It might have been the first play of the game where he rushed for that 60-yard touchdown. So the narrative going forward was kind of like, well, shit, the Giants are going to be playing from behind for most of this game. And then once Cam Scattaboo got injured with that gruesome ankle injury, all of the life just got sucked out of the Giants. It was a completely different game after that. So this one's tough, but I was worried about it going into Philly, especially after how the Giants lost last week to Denver. I thought we might come out fired up for this game, but it was going to be tough to play the Eagles in Philly. So I picked the Giants yesterday, but I'm not surprised. But yeah, the refs were terrible yesterday. This might have been the worst officiated game that we've seen this season so far. And also Cam Scattaboo going down. It's a tough one. And Jackson Dart did everything he could in his power, even after Scattaboo got injured. When the team was down late in the fourth quarter, he was still trying to make a comeback with like 5 minutes left in the game. So
He
shout
had a
out
couple
to
nice
Dart.
throws, yeah. I think that, look, I'm tired of the tush push, okay? It can't be properly officiated. So if it can't be properly officiated from the from people jumping off sides to people lining up in the neutral, like all this shit, if it can't be properly fucking officiated, we can't do it. And I think this might be one of those even more big moments this year that's going to do that in the offseason, because it was clear as day that that should have been a fucking fumble on Jalen Hurts. Do I think that changes the outcome of the game? Probably not. But it was a very high profile fucking wow. Once again, in this setup with this play, the refs don't do their job. And I think they're going to take it out of the game next year. I really do. I think something's going to be done because they've proven that it can't be officiated properly. Or refs are going to make mistakes. These things happen, right? Refs are going to make mistakes. Refs are going to miss things. They can't see everything. But there's just too much shit surrounding this specific play. It's got to go.
Yep, I agree.
Especially, it seems like they get it right or they'll call it on other games. But when it's the Eagles, it never goes against them. It's weird.
But yeah, I mean, this wasn't really a surprise. The surprise to me was they got Saquon going so early, because that's what we had talked about in pregame. It's like, Saquon's not been going. They need to get him going. And right off the bat, 67 or whatever. How many fucking yards was it? 65-yard rush.
Yeah. It was like the first or second play of the game.
Second play of the game takes it the distance.
And then also, it was either late in the third quarter or early in the fourth. He had another big rush and then tweaked the hammy, so he didn't wind up going back in the rest of the game.
Still at 150 yards.
Yeah. Yep.
But
Dallas
yeah,
Goedert had a big game yesterday too for the Eagles.
2 touchdowns on tight end day. No AJ Brown.
How good did Jalen Hurts feel having
4
a day
touchdowns, 15 for 20. No AJ
without him
Brown.
there? Yeah.
No AJ Brown. All right, Bills Panthers. This was a fucking decimation. And James Tarvarius Cook went for 216 yards.
Bam.
I actually made up his middle name. I don't know if that's real.
Okay.
I just thought it sounded right. I thought it just was deserved of like a full name. 216 yards. I think he had like 146 yards rushing at halftime, which they're like, was the most since this random time. And it's like, that had to be since fucking OJ Simpson, probably. They just didn't want to put since OJ Simpson up there.
Right. Gotcha.
I don't know if it really was since him or not, but it was just funny to see that stat. Could have been anybody else. Yeah, you've had some good running backs at Buffalo throughout the years, but massive performance.
Fred
They got out on
Jackson.
top immediately. The Panthers could not do anything. No Bryce Young. Andy Dalton didn't look particularly great. And the Panthers just could not move the ball, which, considering this Buffalo's Bills defense has been kind of fucking shitty, a solid performance from the Bills against a Panthers team who's played well at home.
But they got a lot of guys back on defense, and of course, once they get their guys back on defense, then Ed Oliver goes out and pulls his bicep or tears his bicep. So now their defense is back to being hurt right before they play Kansas City too. So that's not good.
Where are we? How is officiating a tush push different from a quarterback sneak? Ryan falling for NFL narrative because he's biased.
Tush
Look,
push is
all you have to do is
100%
actually
different
watch
than
these and not be a stupid fucking retarded queer, right? When this play specifically is designed by all the fucking offensive linemen immediately diving at the defensive lineman's knees, right? And all you need is a split fucking second of jump, and that is how you get the advantage, and that is how you get this, and everybody's all fucking crumbled up. It's tough for the refs to see those false starts when you're talking about in the blink of an eye. Can we see it on replay? Yes, we can. It's happening consistently on replay. Now, maybe we can institute a replay system where those things are reviewable, where a fucking false start or something like that is reviewable. That could be something that they can do, but you can't expect referees to be able to catch that shit all the time when it has the stakes that this play does right off the bat, because that's what it's about. That's what it's about for Philly.
Well, then you have two running backs and a tight end behind Jalen Hurts pushing him forward after he's diving.
Right. And so then when you're looking at the forward progress shit, everybody is there. They can't see fucking anything. They can't see shit to even call forward progress. So they're just guessing. Now, if you want to make forward progress, which is a guess, right, from these guys, it's a judgment-based call. If you want to make that reviewable, maybe we make that fucking reviewable. These are things that you can try to do, but there's just so much shit surrounding this specific play. Like they're just,
and we have the technology to do it too, because that was the quickest forward progress call, ending call ever. Because I mean, they usually don't call that till the pile's like pushed all the way over or whatnot. They called that so fast. And arguably the whistle didn't even blow till after the guy fumbled it. But we have the technology to do it. I think what we want as fans is just to get it right. And as like we'll get to the Sunday night game, but I don't know if you guys saw in the Sunday night game, they had replay assist on that last Steelers touchdown. As someone who had Packers -6.5, I didn't want them to get a touchdown there, but I was glad that they were able to use replay assist, because beforehand the Steelers had no more challenges, so they couldn't. It was just barely outside the 2-minute warning, so they wouldn't have been able to challenge it. But the NFL's replay assist came in and said, "Oh no, that was a touchdown," so there was no challenge needed. Same thing we can do here. That they could have looked at that and be like, "Yeah, forward progress was not stopped there."
I don't think that they can do that though. Like, they can't do that for forward progress.
Yeah, but you're saying if we change the rules, I mean,
yes.
that's what I'm getting at. Like, obviously they changed the rules, so then with the touchdown catch last night, even though they ruled it incomplete out there, it was obviously a touchdown once you watched it,
Right.
And the Steelers wouldn't have been able to do anything about it. They just would have been like, nope, not a touchdown, because we don't have any challenges left. Had they challenged it, they would have won. But we have the technology. Let's just get the call right on the field, you know?
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, back to this game. Bills needed a game like this. I mean, Josh Allen didn't have to fucking do too much. I think he did he ran for a touchdown early in the game. James Cook went the fuck off. Huge game for James Cook. And Panthers fall to 500. Bills needed a beatdown.
Josh never seems to do anything in these blowout games. It's when they get in shootouts is when he puts up all his stats.
Right.
Well, if they're up, I mean, they're going to hand the ball to James Cook, and they're not going to try to do too much, you know? I think they're fine, and I think he's fine with that. You know, I don't think he cares too much about having fucking 40 touchdown passes or whatever.
Well, I'm just thinking of it as a sports bettor. It would have been nice to go Josh Allen under his passing yards, but Bills to win by 2 touchdowns, you know? Would have been a nice payout.
It's true. 49ers, Texans. Texans get the win at home. Mac Daddy Jones cannot get it fucking done for the Niners. 19 for 32 for Mac Jones with a rough pick, later in the game. Right, look, San Francisco couldn't do shit for a big portion
Christian
early on in this
McCaffrey,
game.
25 yards.
Christian McCaffrey had 25 yards. He only had about 30, 35 yards receiving. So when you look at what CMC usually puts up, total scrimmage yards, huge letdown for him. And the Texans got up early and they really never looked back. CJ has 300 passing yards, couple touchdowns, 1 pick, but a solid game for CJ Stroud. And the Texans now creeping their way, trying to get back to 500 football. I had the Niners in this game, even though like we know that defense is banged up. We know they're missing Fred Warner. We know they're missing the fucking offensive pieces, but I still thought they were going to go in there and beat the Texans. But now the Texans, maybe they've proved that they can hang with people at least at home and take care of business.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I think we've been choosing the 49ers because the past couple of weeks, it's like Mac Jones is getting it done. He's been
That's the
looking
theory,
good out
though.
there.
The backup quarterback can only come in for about 2 good games, right, Beardo? 2 good games, and then after that, you don't want them. I think another thing here to point out is look what CJ Stroud can do when he has a clean pocket. Obviously, Niners are banged up, can't get much pass rush. I mean, he went 30 of 39. He looked like the CJ Stroud, but this is 2 games now, not the Seahawks, but the game before that, before their bye, where he also had a clean pocket. And he looked like CJ Stroud from year 1. I think as long as there's a favorable matchup with Houston being able to keep the pocket clean, they'll be able to do this. But once they face a defense that can actually get a pass rush on them, expect him to go back to playing how he was earlier in the year.
Yeah, so big win for the Texans, certainly, for kind of where their season's at right now. Buccaneers Saints. Not too much to say about this game, other than Spencer Rattler did come out late in this game. Now,
benched.
Yeah, Spencer Rattler did come out in this game. Tyler Shuck, is that how it is? Tyler Shuck? Shuck. However the fuck you say this his name. The rookie Tyler Shuck made a first appearance after it was already a blowout. But bro, Tampa Bay just took care of business from the very fucking beginning.
Mm-hmm.
Baker didn't have to fucking do too much. They didn't even really gain that many yards, 200 yards. But because of those fucking turnovers by the Saints, I mean,
yes,
that's your first touchdown.
I was going to say, did you see that play? If I were Spencer Rattler, I would have just quit the league right there. Not only did you get picked off, but the guy just leveled you as he walked into the end zone. That was hilarious.
I want to see if I can find it.
Because the very first
that is a play
one.
we should show.
I have it.
The very first one.
Pull it up.
Show it.
Okay, hold on.
Because they were backed up against their own end zone.
Yeah. Here you go. Do you want me to cut the volume or?
Yeah, cut the volume. Yeah.
It goes here. So here it goes. He's going to tip this and then pick it off and level out Rattler here.
And the way he's strolled into the end zone so casually.
Damn, that's embarrassing.
That is rough. I mean, it's a great play.
Yeah.
Great reaction play, obviously, to get that and keep a hold of it. And it reminds me when Mac Jones got fucking leveled on that interception return when he was.
Yeah, was that against the Raiders? I think that was the Raiders.
It might have been. Yeah, you're right. It might have been with the.
Was it and Raiders and it was Chris Jones?
Imagine what he's thinking right here. Like, oh God.
Yeah.
Oh God, we gotta make this tackle, huh?
Boy.
Just.
I think he's going for the punch out.
I mean, you have to at that point because you're not tackling that guy.
I think he's going for the punch out. Look at that.
Yeah.
He's like, peanut punch.
Yep. Trying to get it out.
Didn't really work, though. Didn't really work. But yeah, Buccaneers. I mean, this is a game the Buccaneers had to win, should have won, easy win, and they take care of business. I thought the Saints would put up a little more of a fight with such a banged up Buck squad. But I mean, I guess that's why Spencer Rattler finally got the old, all right, buddy, come sit down right here. Have we seen enough of Spencer Rattler?
He's done.
You think so?
Career
I think you got to play Shuck just because you're 1-7 and you got to see what you got because you're going to get a top draft pick, maybe even the first overall pick. You might as well see what you got in Shuck because if you spent a second round pick on him, so see if you got something there, and if not, then go draft another quarterback.
There you go. Might be it for Spencer Rattler. Sorry to first round mock draft on Twitter. I know that's going to be a rough day for you. Cowboys Broncos, the fucking beat down at Mile High, and it started right away. Bo Nix with 4 touchdowns in this game. This Dallas Cowboys offense, which has been so good, not able to really get it going like we've seen them do it before. Less than 200 yards passing for Dak Prescott. 2 fucking picks, no touchdowns. Missed out on my fucking leg for my lineup because Ferguson didn't do shit. Did he fucking have a catch? Did this motherfucker have a single catch?
No.
Only
one target.
One target on
Yikes.
National Tight End Day. Fucking
The backup tight end got more targets.
Fucking disgusting. Now maybe they did try to do what they could to take him out because he is a huge part of Dak Prescott's like game plan, you know. So I don't know. I wasn't able to watch it well enough to see if they were scheming specifically around him. But the Broncos rolled. You know, they between Harvey and Dobbins, when they are running the ball well, they can run so well, which then does open up that passing game and even the short passing game, all that stuff for Bo Nix. And huge win for the Broncos to put up a 40 spot.
They were running a little bit of Wildcat yesterday with Dobbins and Harvey. One of their touchdowns was Wildcat formation.
And Harvey didn't get too many touches, but it was that one long 40-yard one that he had that really kind of showed what he can do. And I think he's coming back from an injury as well, if I'm not mistaken.
I think he had some receiving yards too. But yeah, they both had a pretty big game. And also kind of screwed your what screwed your tight end thing there was that a couple times Dallas, I think, had it on like the 1 or 2. And so they just gave it to Williams.
Yeah, but on a couple of those, like some of them, like the first drive of the game, they get down there immediately to like the fucking 2-yard line. I'm like, yeah, let's fucking go. Incomplete pass, fucking rushing for no yards, fucking bullshit.
Dude, that's how I felt with the,
here we go.
Yeah, that's how I felt with the Bucks game. And I felt bad for this guy. This guy would have won $1 million if Otten would have got it in the end zone. Did you see where he stretched out and he just came up like 6 inches short? But the Bucks ran their first and goal from the 1. They ran it 4 straight times. They didn't even think about, hey, let's let Baker do a play action and roll out. You know, he's got this big tight end. No. Some of these teams, I don't get it.
I don't know. And of course, it's not like we get paid millions and millions of dollars to do this. We're just sitting here being like, the fuck is this play caller doing?
Well, maybe they should give us a chance. Thinking? All right. Maybe they should know it's National Tight End Day, so he was going to catch it.
Yeah. What Ben Johnson? What are you calling down there in the red zone? Really?
Yeah.
That's what we're saying sitting from home. So. I mean, not too much to talk about other than look, the Broncos are 6-2, and they're really 2 weird games away from being 8-0. At the same time, I don't know if we've seen them deliver consistent performances. You know, sure, you can stack this onto the last quarter against the Giants, but what we saw against the Giants was a completely different team those first 3 quarters.
Be a good test next week. They take on the Texans in Houston.
And if Denver plays like this, a lot of those kind of dark horse Super Bowl predictions for them could be feasible. But they got to keep playing consistently like this. They look really good. Speaking of a team that beat the Broncos, the Colts, I mean, what is there to talk about in this game? This game went exactly like we expected it to go.
Yep.
Exactly like we expected it to go. I like how when the game started, the fucking Colts had their 86.5% chance probability of winning, and it just went up from there for them. Jonathan Taylor, another 150 yards on only 12 carries for 2 touchdowns. He has been massive. I think that did he have a receiving touchdown as well in this game?
Yeah, he did. It was one of the little pitches. So it looked like it was.
Yes.
He would have been the first player to have 3 rushing touchdowns against the same team 3 games in a row. But they counted that as a pass instead of a handoff because it was one of those stupid little flick forward things. But what did I tell you guys yesterday? Cam Ward, over 200 passing yards.
You did say that. You did say that. And we didn't even need to include the interception return yards that we knew he would inevitably have.
Yeah, absolutely.
But this is a Titans team. This is expected. It was a trouncing. I didn't think this was going to be like a catch game. Daniel Jones. Beardo, how do you feel about Danny Dimes playing so well?
I'm happy for the guy. I've been telling you guys on Sports Force for the past 2 or 3 years that Daniel Jones was not the problem in New York. and I've been defending him, and it feels good. Feels good that he's playing well. I'm happy for the guy.
Well, we're going to find out if this Colts team is legit. Now they are 7-1, but I mean, if you remember what one of those last years with the Big Ben, they were 9-0 to start the season, and then they just tanked the second half of the season. They have a very difficult schedule. They've had an easy schedule compared to like who the quarterbacks they faced. And then look, when they played a actually decent team like the Rams, they lost. They're about to get tested, so we'll see if this Colts team is actually legit the second half of the season.
They almost lost to Jacoby Brissett and the Cardinals, if you remember as well.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, Steelers, Falcons, Chiefs, Texans, Jags, Seahawks. Who knows what the Niners will be at this point? Jags again, Texans. So we'll see. But I mean, right now you got 2 MVP mentions in between Daniel Jones and Jonathan Taylor. Jonathan Taylor's running back, so he probably ain't winning it. And I do think he deserves more MVP consideration than Daniel Jones. But still, what a fucking turn of events in Indy.
Yep.
And speaking of a turn of events, Aaron Rodgers, Aaron facing his old team. You know what we call this, Beardo? A revenge game. A revenge game for Aaron Rodgers. But he doesn't get the revenge.
No.
It looked like, Steelers were in control, man, going into fucking halftime. And I thought they were playing well. I thought it looked pretty good after the first half. And then the Packers just go on a fucking tear in the second half and, put it out of reach. Aaron Rodgers played fine. I don't think he played probably as efficiently as he would have wanted to. I think he maybe wanted a little more of those connections downfield. But this Green Bay Packers team now 5-1-1. This is something I needed to see from the Packers, a performance like this, because I do feel like it's been a little hit or miss from them. Now, even in games that they've won. But I mean, going into fucking Pittsburgh and winning this game, it's huge for them.
Yeah, and it looked like in that first half, Boswell was looking like he was going to be the MVP of this game. He was on pace for like 30 fantasy points or something like that after the first half. And then the Packers, their kicker was missing. I felt good when they were coming back for the second half when they were LaFleur was being interviewed, and they go, how's it feel that their kickers made 3 and your kickers missed 2? And he goes, we can't think about that. We just realized we need to get touchdowns, not field goals. And they proceed to score 4 straight touchdowns. As someone who bet on the Packers, that made me feel real good.
And in the second half, the Packers were perfect. They scored on every single possession that they had the ball in the second half.
And Jordan Love broke the franchise record for most completions in a row.
Wow. Yeah. And Aaron Rodgers in the second half just looked like an angry old man, cussing out DK Metcalf, cussing out all of his players. He was pissed.
Well, once they had to play from behind, you knew it was like, okay, Micah Parsons, that fourth quarter was just terrorizing Rodgers.
Right.
I've been saying, like, I know that last week in the fucking game between the old men, Kirk Herbstreit was like, Aaron looks young. Look at he's out there running out. I think Aaron Rodgers looks old. I felt like he looks old from the fucking start. Yes, can he still get out there and run around and get by a little bit of time? He can. But the way he hits the ground, he looks old. Pittsburgh's now down to 4-3. What does the rest of their schedule this year look like?
Oh, it gets rough.
So Colts, tough game. Chargers, tough game. Bengals, who they just lost to. Bears, Aaron Rodgers likes playing in Chicago. Bills, Ravens with Lamar Jackson back. Okay, Dolphins. Lions, Browns, Ravens with Lamar Jackson back. This is a team that might have trouble staying above 500.
Mm-hmm. It's starting to make sense why the Ravens, even though they were 1-5, were still favored to win the division. Because you look at what the Steelers have to go through. I mean, it's going to come down to those games against Ravens and Steelers. I'm kicking myself because we were at a Halloween party last night. I forgot to get my bet in for Tucker Kraft.
He had a big
National Tight End Day, and the guy gets the first touchdown of the game, and then he gets a second one. Like one of the only tight ends I didn't bet on yesterday.
Big game yesterday.
Big game. 143 yards for the Did he have the best day for a tight end?
I believe he did,
right?
Yes.
Yeah, between him and Goddard.
Goddard had 2 touchdowns, but he didn't have many yards.
Yeah.
Which is usually typical for him, But then we've got the game tonight. Commanders with no Jaden Daniels going against the Kansas City Chiefs. This line has moved down from, what was it, 14.5 to 10.5?
No, it was 11.5 yesterday.
Was it 11?
It was
What
11
was 14 then?
The
Was that
Colts game. The Colts was 14.5.
Colts game was 14.5. My bad. So yeah, still a big spread for the Chiefs. I got the Chiefs in this game. The Commanders with no Jaden Daniels on the road. I think the Chiefs take care of business. I still think they beat them by 10 points. In fact,
really, okay.
the half is the question mark there.
Mm-hmm.
That's a tough half.
I took the Commanders earlier in the week at 12.5. I think this is going to be a closer game. I want to share something with you real quick. Beardo, is this you? You see this guy right here?
What happened?
This guy had a $25 bet on these first touchdown scores, and tonight, if Zach Ertz gets the first touchdown, this guy turns $25 into almost $55.
Oh man! Wow!
Look at that!
Wow!
I thought this was you for sure.
That's a tight end day. That's a national tight end day parlay right there.
For all the primetime games. He just did the Thursday, Sunday, and Monday night.
Wow.
Gadsden, Kraft, and Ertz. Woo!
Man.
Yeah. I'm rooting for it.
That'll be crazy, man. That'll be crazy. I'll be rooting for Zach Ertz' first touchdown for this guy. It all depends on Mariota tonight. It all depends on Mariota for that 10.5 spread there. If Mariota's on, I think that the Redskins cover, but I'm still picking the Chiefs to win. I think the Chiefs are going to handle business, but I think that this could be a close one.
I think it is too. I got the Chiefs winning, of course, but I mean, we've seen, just look at the last 4 weeks. Not only have the favorites not covered, a lot of them have lost outright, and then Mahomes and the Chiefs historically on Monday Night Football don't cover well, let alone big spreads, and the Chiefs don't cover big spreads to begin with. So I don't know. It feels like it's tough trusting Mariota, but it feels like this is going to be like a business game, especially with Buffalo on deck for Kansas City. They're just going to get a lead, hang on to it. I think Kareem Hunt's outright because he's injured, or at least he's banged up. So it's going to be all on Pacheco for the running game. Yeah, I think the Chiefs will get a lead and just sit on it like they're pretty good at doing.
The fact that Pacheco is the rushing leader with 271 yards, they got to get that fucking run game going. So maybe this is the game. Maybe this is the game that they get that fucking run game going for the Kansas.
Mahomes has been the team rushing leader for most of the season.
He has.
I don't see Kareem Hunt.
I think he's out.
I don't see him on the injured list.
People are saying he's playing. So.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, at least he is banged up though. So.
Oh, and Carson Wentz out for the year is getting shoulder surgery. He's done.
Yeah, Carson Wentz is out. I do think that Pat Surtain, after getting hurt in that Denver game, also is on IR, but I don't know if that's season ending or not. But yeah, Carson Wentz done. They fucking abused him. They used him and abused him, and now he's dead.
Mm-hmm.
So that's it for his career, probably.
You think so?
I mean, would you want to come back after that?
Would I want to come back and fucking sit on a bench with a clipboard for $8 million a year? Yes.
I mean, if you can find someone to do that, I don't know if someone will give him $8 million. I mean, we'll see how he recovers from this, but I think he's going to hang him up.
What a way to go out, though. That'd be a bad way to go out.
They went on his shield.
He still has a couple Super Bowl rings.
He's got 2.
Yeah. Doing nothing. Maybe that's what he does. He goes back to the Chiefs. He says, I want to just sit behind this guy.
No way the Chiefs let go of Gardner Minshew. That's the guy you want on your team as your backup.
Yeah, if you just have that hair, you can stay in the league just because of that, you know?
Right.
Are you doing a watch along tonight for that, Beardo, on locals?
I am. We're going to be doing the Monday Night Football game, and we'll keep an eye on the World Series as well. Both games started around the same time. So at around 8 o'clock Eastern, I'll be live on Geeks and Gamers Locals doing Monday Night Football in the World Series.
I'll try to join you in the second half if I can.
Cool. You've said that before.
That's why you said if I can. Yeah. GJJ, go Texans. Beardo fat.
Thank you.
Stephen De Leon for 2. At least he got paid. Hashtag Garrett. Hashtag 5 sacks. Okay. Health Minister of Belgium. Fly, Eagles, fly. JJ Olay, Caleb's performance is based on his nail polish. Well, he needs to start fucking painting that shit like fire then or something. D's Webos for 199. How about those Texans? CJ's back. JJ Olay for 2. This is when the Dolphins and Jets make a comeback.
Easy. They got Baltimore on Thursday night. The Dolphins do.
With Lamar. Lamar should be playing.
Mm-hmm.
JJ Olay for 2. Michael Penis wasn't there when they needed him most. Penis couldn't get hard. So had to bring in old man Kirk Cousins. JJ is a Jets fan since Rex and Sanchez. I don't even pay attention to them anymore. I'm more focused on fantasy and other teams and watching a Jets game. I'd imagine it's probably pretty disgusting to watch them this season, but they finally got a win.
Yep.
Eric K. Refs cannot see everything, but that's what replay's for. Should be for. Matt Stranger for 5. Fuck my life. Panthers pissed me off yesterday. At least my Flyers won in a shootout. Sorry about Scattaboo Beardo. Damn.
Yeah, rough.
Chris Cranford, what about the BS phantom whistle on the fumble?
Yeah. Yep. And it was afterwards. It was after the ball was out.
Joey Fouts for 5. Bears have great defense and weapons. Caleb Williams, the weak link. The Bears defense is not great. They have forced a lot of turnovers. Caleb played like shit yesterday. But the Bears defense has forced a shit ton of turnovers over the last 4 weeks, which I didn't say it on Sunday, but I did say it the week before, that they have forced a ton of turnovers, but they're not very good. The defense has not played well. What I mean by that is that they're giving up yards. They're having a tough time stopping people, but they have forced some very fortuitous turnovers at a hugely high rate. And in a week where you don't force those turnovers, your defense cannot stop Snoop fucking Huntley. So the defense did not play great because it's not a great defense. It could be an average defense that forces turnovers right now. And I think Dennis Allen, another year, that could be a great defense. But that's what the defense is. Taker for $5. We need to put Beardo in. Like, the Bears defense is missing its top 4 cornerbacks. They're all fucking injured yesterday. You got guys from fucking practice squads and shit playing. So, call it a great defense. A little silly. Taker for 5. We need to put Beardo and the sweating guy in the control panel meme when leave the call and end the call for everyone buttons.
Okay.
Beardo's not going to do that this time. Eric K for $1 says, sorry about your boo, Beardo. He was one of the most exciting players in the NFL.
He was. Yep.
Well, with that being said, that is it for us. Beardo, you got locals coming up. Anything else you want to talk about?
That's it. Locals in about 20 minutes.
There you go. And Will, where can people find you?
You can find me over at here on YouTube at GameOn_Picks, over on Rumble at GameOn Show, 4:30 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. And on the weekends on Sunday, we do an NFL show as well. Beardo's on there. By the way, breaking news real quick. The NBA. Mac McClung signed a multi-year contract with the Pacers. The dunk champion is back. Yeah.
So it's not just a fucking 10-day contract so he can participate in the slam dunk contest?
No, it's his first standard NBA contract.
Have you seen the numbers that he puts up in like fucking G League shit?
No. Are they ridiculous?
They are pretty good. They're pretty fucking good. But Mac McClung.
Yeah.
Best dunker in the NBA.
I mean, what else are the Pacers going to do? They're all banged up. Them and the Celtics. It's embarrassing.
That's true, yeah. Fucking Tyrese Halliburton, not going to be there this year. Hey, fucking come watch Mac McClung. Maybe he'll dunk in a game.
Yeah, why not? Dunk over Wemby.
Grabthar's Hammer says Ryan must be torn, hates Packers and Rodgers. For that game, I mean, I picked the Steelers. I do hate them both. But it wasn't really torn. It's like I picked the Steelers to win, so I wanted them to win. But whatever, I lose either way in that scenario. But that's going to be it for us today, guys. Thanks for hanging out. Enjoy Monday Night Football over on Geeks and Gamers Locals. We'll talk to you next week. Bye, everybody.